The honourable member for Lac St. Anne Parkland.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The high traffic situation around Highway 60 through Atchison is creating a disincentive for further investment into the area. Transportation and productivity are stifled by the train traffic, and the roads are not wide enough to meet the traffic for the demand in the area. Even with this, as the global climate begins to shift, this area has been noted internationally as a prime place to invest in agriculture, but requires the infrastructure necessary to support major growth. To the Minister of Transportation, what are the timelines for getting started on the highly anticipated overpass and twinning of Highway 60 by Atchison?
The Honourable Minister of Infrastructure.
Contrast, Mr. Speaker. Unlike the NDP member, this member from Lac St. Anne Parklands actually advocating strongly for a project in his riding for economic development. As the member knows, twinning 4 kilometers of Highway 60 between Highways 16 and 16A and building an overpass at the CN Rail tracks is a significant project along a major trade corridor. And it's also a top priority for the Edmonton metropolitan region. So at this time, Highway 60 improvements are in their design phase. They are being...
The honourable member for Lac St. Anne Parkland.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and to the Minister for that answer. Given that it's important to build the transportation infrastructure to ensure a strong economy and that our province is experiencing high unemployment, and we need jobs to help the families make ends meet, and the Alberta government is presently executing the Alberta Recovery Plan to create those much-needed jobs for Albertans. To the Minister, how many jobs will be created by building this key infrastructure in the Atchison area?
The Honourable Minister of Infrastructure.
It's a great question again. As part of our government's plan to get Albertans back to work, we have announced $10 billion in economic stimulus, and Alberta's recovery plan will create tens of thousands of jobs when they are needed most. And as we build and diversify and improve the economy and prepare our province for the next generation of growth, and we estimate that a total cost of $96 million will be spent on these Highway 60 improvements, and $4 million of which was delivered in Budget 2020 for...
The Honourable Member for Lac St. Anne Parkland.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and to the Minister. Given that investors look for solid timelines around completion of projects like this, and that there are many different types of investments we could harness in the Atchison area, such as manufacturing, agriculture, food processing, and we're trying to get as many people working in Alberta again as soon as possible. To the Minister, once we begin this project, how long is it expected to complete the overpass twinning and the intersection improvements that are in the plan for this area?
So transportation is currently working to acquire the necessary land and relocate the utilities before it is able to begin construction. And construction is also dependent on providing final funding through our capital plan. Projects of this scale and scope, as you know, typically take between 2 to 3 years to complete. I know that during the town hall in your riding, we heard about how to expedite the projects. And in fact, in Atchison, we had the town hall, and we know that businesses in Atchison Industrial Park and many companies rely on this corridor each and every day. So we'll continue to work on this project that is so critical to growth in Parkland County.